Alright, you guys, welcome back to another video. This is the Taj Talk. Honestly, we're just gonna dive right into it. I'm gonna just start off with part 2 and part 3 of Real Housewives of Potomac and my personal review on it. Y'all, it's been a while. I know I'm probably like 2 weeks late uploading this video. The second and the third episode been filmed, but a lot has happened for me in the month of April, celebrating a whole bunch of birthdays, working a whole bunch, just different shit going on. Like, life is just lifing. So here I am. Honestly, I'm going to kind of combine 2 and 3 in the news, kind of make this not too long of a video. Like, the last 2 videos were like 20 minutes long, and for the last 2 videos were like 20 minutes long, and it doesn't have to be that long. So yeah, let's just jump right back into it. So Candace has confirmed that she is pregnant. She did a whole reveal with her and her husband, a video via Bravo. I think it was beautiful. I'm pretty much sure we don't know the gender yet. She was 13 weeks pregnant during the filming of the reunion. So I am so glad that she's actually not coming back to the show through her pregnancy or through being a new mother, because we all know that it's like a super emotional time. And to just have Giselle on her back the entire time as she's trying to step into new motherhood while using Ashley as like a foil for her would be super overwhelming. So I'm so glad that she's going to take a step back. Hopefully we see her in the next year or two, maybe season 11, season 12, as a new mom, as a better touring artist, as a better actress, where this show is used to see her life from a different perspective, not her necessarily growing, but just her as a mogul now. So I'm super excited to see that. We do know Robin was fired. She said it on her podcast. She said that she, super grateful for the time, but basically Bravo did not ask her to come back. So maybe we would see her as a friend on the show. Maybe we would see her like pop in and out, but I'm pretty much sure part of the reason why she was opening up that I think that like beauty salon or like that beauty spa was to kind of pivot from Real Housewives of Potomac. I believe that she knew that she would not be coming back. So there's like been a whole bunch of jokes on the internet regarding her and Juan now not having a job. It's crazy. Honestly, during the reunion, her husband wasn't even there. Juan wasn't even there to defend Robin, and this is majority of his mess. The firing or her not coming back to the show for season 9 was part of his fault. But Robin is an example of I'ma stick beside him through and through. We all knew that we didn't want Robin to come back either. She did not have much of a storyline. They only dedicated 1 episode to her, and it was just full of bullshit. Who else is not coming back? We are not seeing Nneka come back. Nneka belonged to Married to Medicine. I know she wanted to give Real Housewives of Potomac a chance, like on the Bravo network. However, she would have probably been better off on Married to Medicine. And that's where she was going to go originally. That's what she was called to do originally. So I would like to actually see her on there versus on Real Housewives of Potomac. It was nasty work putting both of those Nigerian women against each other. And after they were trying to have Nneka be brought on as a friend underneath Wendy knowing that she does not know this lady. Like, I have encountered her. I have seen her around. We have had some of the similar social circles, but it's not enough for me to say, oh, this is my friend. This is who I want to be introduced to on the show. And I don't understand how she automatically became a housewife without being a friend to the show and then leading up to a housewife. Maybe, there's other franchises that do that as well, but like for Marla was a friend of the show for a very long time before she became an actual cast member. I would like to see Nneka a friend of the show for 2 seasons before she actually becomes a full-on cast member. Nneka and Askale are both 2 of the girls that came and went. There has been rumors, and I'm not sure Bravo confirmed, that Kiana is now going to be a housewife coming back. I would actually love to see that. She is super regal. She looks good. She has her own businesses. She's well put together. She's a great fit for the cast. We also see Karen Huger maybe introducing Stacey Roos. I'm not sure who this was, but apparently she was a host on OVC, and she left OVC in early April. She is announcing that she's going to be joining Real Housewives of Potomac. Don't know who she is. Again, around on the internet, they're saying that she has that look, black woman, fair-skinned, married to a white man. I am not sure what it is about this franchise with not showing black love or black women being married to black men on this show. Usually they're married to white men on this show, like we see with Candace, like we see with Ashley. Or it's a whole bunch of fair-skinned women married to darker complected men. Like, it's just like Atlanta gave black love. Like, Atlanta usually, even though two or three of the housewives were like dating African scammers, but that's besides the point. You saw like black on black, not like fair-skinned on dark skin. It wasn't necessarily two high yellow people being together, like, not to get into like the colorism bag, but it was just a different optic for Atlanta that I would like to see for Potomac, because the DC area is super black as well, and it's not just filled with a whole bunch of light-skinned women marrying white men, or a whole bunch of light-skinned women marrying darker complected men, or like African men. Like, it's beyond that, and I just don't know why they failed to show that. You know what I mean? Ashley also talked about her like now in the proceedings to get a divorce with Michael. I don't believe that's true. I believe that he just didn't want to film no more, and that was the cop-out story. I believe that he lives in that house with her. They moved out of that penthouse, moved into a home. Yes, he has the key because he lives there, and they're definitely together. I am glad to see Robin not there, and I talked about this on the last show, and talked about this on the last video. I'm so glad to see Robin not there, to see Giselle stand on her own. She's still going to have Ashley, but she's still not going to have like that safety net that she once had when she was around Robin. So I would like to see that. Yeah, so we're only getting, I believe, 5. So it's Stacey, maybe Kiana, Ashley. We are seeing Giselle and Karen Huger, and I think that's it. Though that there's rumors and there hasn't been like confirmation that Kiana's coming back, knowing that she was invited to speak on the reunion over Charisse may allude to her actually becoming a housewife. So I'm super excited to see that, because I loved her first episode, even her and her stomach problems when she was being introduced. Yeah, so Candace also talked about, and I'm jumping around here, Candace also talked about her actually, Bravo asking her to pull back this reunion and not attack Giselle as hard like she did the previous season. And I think that it's like asking her to pull back so that way Giselle can breathe is an issue for me. I believe that Candace needed to be on her ass every time. Well, you know what? On the other end, Giselle's dad did just pass away. Giselle did get bumped down from first chair to second chair because of Mia. So I believe in good spirit that her holding back, like Bravo was showing that if you hold back, we're showing you that Giselle is not in this, in this space that she once was. However, I guess it doesn't matter now because Candace isn't coming back. But yeah, that is kind of like my thoughts about, I guess, the update. Oh yeah. So before I go, we have to talk about Mia's husband being completely transparent about his mental illness. And I am super excited to see, honestly, Mia's story as she is now with the new DJ or radio personality, and still being involved with Gordon. Gordon coming forward about his mental illness, them supporting each other, Mia showing how much love she actually has for Gordon, and that she, despite, the rumors about her being with him for money, it's not just that. Like I spoke on that last video of her, like, just, kind of just like hooking up with this man because he had money. The whole "he saved me from the strip club" thing. As the timeline goes on, we realize that Mia is more than that airhead that we thought she was, more than that liar that we thought she was, more than that bobblehead that we assumed that she was. She's actually like a well-rounded individual. So I'm not even understanding why they kind of brought her on with that storyline, knowing that she has so much more to give. I would like to see the relationship between her and her mother grow. I would like to see her incorporate her kids into the show more. I would honestly like to see her and the interaction with Gordon even more. Like, the new DJ is the spicy storyline, but like now knowing that the mental illness and seeing him grow from that, and him trying to maneuver with his businesses, because come to find out that a lot of his frivolous spending is what got him kicked out the business, what got him kicked out the role of being CEO, which kind of hurt. So now he is cash poor, asset rich, which does not do anybody justice, because you still can't afford to pay for the assets that you have, or the upkeep, or to maintain them. So I would honestly like to see that. That honestly, that kind of wraps it up. Yeah, that was a nice short 12 minutes versus the 20 minutes that I had once before. Y'all, this has been a Tosh Talk. Peace.